Everybody? Oh, it's not good morning to me. Could you say good morning, miss? That sounds better. Okay, now today is indeed a good morning because I'll be treating you to movies. Now, before you get too excited, we won't be getting out of the class, okay? I will just be showing you some of these posters or pictures of these movies, okay? Let me first start with this one. Okay, as I show you the picture, I would like you to tell me what movie this is. Okay, so obviously this is Iron Man. Okay, now I know most of you have already watched this. Now, so this one is Iron Man. Okay, so everybody knows this. Now, what about this one? The second movie is anyone can guess? Now, this movie is very much suitable to your age. Okay, this is all about teenagers, and this is exactly, this is High School Musical. Okay? And the third one is, do you know this? This guy is Mr. Robert Downey Jr. And this is the Sherlock Holmes. Okay? This is about the detective. Mr. Sherlock Holmes is the detective leader in this story. Okay, what about this one? Of course, everybody knows about the great Harry Potter, okay? Now, Harry Potter and his friends from Hogwarts, okay? And I guess everybody knows these characters from Hermione Granger and Ronald, and of course, the great Harry Potter, okay? Next movie, let me see if you know this. Are you familiar with these two people or two characters in the movie? Alright, now maybe some of you are thinking from what movie this is. Now, it's a story of a kid who was haunted by an evil spirit because of his dad. Now, at the end of the story, it was his dad who was really haunted by the evil spirit. Okay? Now, this is from the movie Insidious. Now, of course, the great Johnny English. No need to ask if you know him. Of course, everybody does know him. Okay? This one is from the movie Johnny English Reborn. And have you watched this? This one is a recent movie. This one is The Travel of Oz, the magician, towards to a land in which he was, and this land is unknown to him. However, he became the great and powerful in that land. So, what movie is this? Of course, the Oz, the great and powerful. Now, moving on to the next one. This is our last movie, okay? Now, anyone of you who knows this movie, have you watched this? Now, if you want to be into a tear-jerking movie, you can watch this. This is actually a movie about this kid who fought cancer in his very young age, okay? But the point is, this one is a Christian drama. While he was fighting against cancer, he never failed to believe in God. So this one is about a kid's faith to God, unfailing faith to God, okay? Now, I've treated you to these movies. Now, I would like to ask you, if you know what kinds of movies these are, let me go back to the first one, of course. The first one is Iron Man. So, you know what genre of movie this is? Anyone? Exactly. This one is an action movie. Of course, basically this one is an action because it deals with the battles or combats of the heroes against the evil or the villains. Okay? What about this one? Okay, this one is High School Musical. Okay? Now, what genre is this? Now, this, from the term itself, from the title itself, this movie is, that's right, this is a musical. Okay? Most of its part is musical. Okay? That's correct. So let's see if you know this one. This is about the detective. And what kind of movie is this? Do you know? That's very good. Okay? This one is a mystery because the detective is solving mysteries in the movie. Okay, the next one. We have Harry Potter. How do we classify it? Is this action? Is this comedy, drama? Alright, yes, I agree with you that some parts may be comedy, some parts may be action, some parts may be drama. However, majority of the film is told you the very brief story of it, we know that this one is. That's right. This one is a horror movie. Okay. So if you are not into a horror film, I suggest that you don't watch this. Okay. Now moving on. Needless to ask, I'm going to ask you what genre of movie this is. Exactly. This one is a comedy. Okay. And moving on, we still have this one. So I told you the story is all about going to a foreign land, to an unfamiliar land, and trying to adapt to the place. This one is called, does anyone know? Yes, exactly. This one is an adventure. Okay? And the last one, the story of the kid who fell hamster.